up, guys? It's the weekend again. I was thinking this past week, how can I make some type of progress on my race car without actually having to touch it myself? That's kind of hard to do, right? But I'm basically burning up, I'm having to talk a little bit loud because the heater just cut on. I'm basically burning up time that I could be having the engine assembled at the machine shop. I could be having the transmission updated with all of TIC Performance's latest and greatest stuff for the T56. I could be having all that done while I'm trying to catch up these several big projects that have just grew legs to the floor here in the shop. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna blow everything apart this morning, get everything out, get everything ready to take to its destinations to go to the next step for assembly. I did, however, figure out one little thing that kind of irritates me. This week, the front end of the car was in our way, so we had to put it back on the car. And I looked up through the headlight hole and I seen how tight the clearance was with the hood and the bar that goes over top of the strut. So right here, the hood, or the front end on my car, you can see the cowl panel back there, how it arches up. It's pretty aggressive how low, or how the arch rolls over. So these blocks simulate where the bottom of the hood is going to be. Yeah, not very high. So you see this area here? This is the area I have to bring 4 2-inch tubes through for the headers. This side isn't that bad because the engine's pushed to this side a little bit more. But I've got some 2-inch tubes here. A couple of them are aluminum because I didn't have any stainless straight cut. But just to give you an idea, you can get that right there. Look how tight that is. Basically, I am not getting the valve cover off with a set of upswept headers, which on my car I'm not going to be that mad about, but it's just irritating that it ended up being like that. So this morning I've really been juggling ideas back and forth. I even thought about sweeping the headers back and doing the collector down there someplace and running a single 3-inch pipe up to the merge in the front. But bringing a 3-inch pipe up through here, it's still going to crowd it, and it's going to make it a lot more difficult to change the plugs. I love upswept headers because the plug access is just, there's zero stuff in the way. But that's just been some stuff on my mind this morning that I'll deal with whenever I get the engine back. Because whenever we get the engine back, everything will be ready to be plumbed. We'll have injectors in it. We'll do the fuel system. Basically won't have to wait on anything else, can just start rolling with everything. If I can get a handle on some of these jobs in here in the shop. So right now I'm gonna set up the camera, I'm gonna blow everything apart and get it wrapped up and ready for TKM and TIC Performance. So let's get to work. Okay, we got everything blown apart. Got the engine on the stand here. Empty engine bay. Left the bell housing in there. We've got a mock-up transmission case I'm gonna put back in there so I can work on the interior stuff if I ever get a chance to come back to it. Just a basic rundown of this engine combo for those that don't know or might not have been following all the videos. We've got an LSR tall deck aluminum block. It's covered up by the motor plate. You can't see the LSR on it. We have mast 295 LS3 heads. They're the black label versions, I believe. Got Plasma Man tall valve covers. They're billet ones. Plasma Man intake. Plasma Man throttle body with integrated dual seal. It's got the burst panel because we're going to do alcohol. These nice billet header flanges from Shear Fabrication. House of Pain starter. We've got the daily dry sump system. Very, very nice dry sump system. Expensive, but nice. We've got a daily pulley system on our Little Bertha Nostalgia 19 gallon per minute pump. We got these RHS tall deck spacer plates for the intake here. I'm gonna have TKM machine that RSM, or not RSM, RHS off because I think it looks kind of stupid on the front there. Robert at AEI cut this motor plate for us. I made a paper template and shipped to him, and he did a nice water jet of this, getting all the different bolt holes on the front of the LSR block for all the support. He also did this fuel pump bracket for us and got us the fuel pump. We also have the crank pickup, which will go on this, and we have the timing pointer, which will go on this. And he also made us a custom crank mandrel and all that to line up with this. So I'm gonna get all that stuff together in boxes, all that I need to go to TKM, and I'll be taking this engine to them maybe here in the next couple of weeks if I can get broke away. They're about an hour and 20 minutes from us, so a little bit of a ride down the road. Right now, we've got a mock-up transmission. I'm gonna put that in the car. We've got our bell housing still in there. Because of the mid-plate design, it can kind of hang in there. You can see it ties all the frame structure together. The mid-plate, 1/8" steel. So I'm gonna put that in there so I can maybe find some time to work on the interior panels and stuff like that. Like I said in the previous video, that big large panel over there, I took time to cut it out and everything, and now I kind of don't like it. I kind of want to stitch weld panels in there so the elevation will be right for the different thicknesses of tubing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that out. And still waiting on my carbon tubs. I got kind of a hookup through somebody to get some free shipping on some. So I give them money last year and it just hasn't worked out that they've made it back up there where they make them to pick them up. So whenever we get those, I might work on starting to put those in. But for right now, we're gonna mock up that transmission case, and then we're gonna push the car back in the hole, and then I've got to dig through my cabinet over there and get all the stuff together that goes with this engine to the machine shop. So let's put that case in. Okay, we're gonna talk about something else today. Ryan at FFP Customs, he makes the billet pedal assemblies. I know I've talked about this before in a previous video, but he just recently came out with an S197 version, which incorporates a 3-inch offset brake pedal. And if you watch the previous videos, you know that we need some more clearance this way, but our bracket can't go any further this way back here. So, you turn the right way, we've got an offset brake pedal now. So we're going to get this mounted up and see how much more clearance it gives us. Okay, let's get in here and see how the adjustments played out. Let's see, gotta tighten this. Here. Get my gun out of my pocket where I can sit back in my seat. I think this is going to be golden. The only thing I think that would probably help is if we pulled the pad just a little bit higher where it gets on the ball of my foot. Because right here, see the ball of my foot is, I'm hitting the offset part. So I think if he moves this a little bit, it'll be good. But that offset really put it where it needed to be. See, that's where the full stroke of it would be about right there before it's sliding the tires on the car, and that's just about the limit that we have before hitting the firewall. So good job on that, Ryan. Now we'll get him that info and we'll go from there. So I think that's all we're gonna do today. I got some customer stuff I need to get took care of before I leave, but wanted to get this underway and get the motor and stuff ready to take down there to TKM. So that's been your Saturday shop car Hast 2.0 update. So I will see you next time.